Hi guys, welcome to another web development tutorial. I am Josef Botnar. This tutorial has the goal to teach you about how to insert images on your website. To do so, I'm going to create another file inside this bracket editor with right click, new file. I'm going to name it image.html. Enter. I go back inside this file, headings.html, and I'm going to select all the content and copy the content inside the new file, this image HTML with Ctrl V. Yeah. I'm going to remove this content because I don't need it actually with delete key. Here you go. Inside this title element, I'm going to write the goal of this tutorial: insert images. Here you go. Yeah. In order to insert images on your web page, you have to use this tag img, which comes from image. This is a self-closing tag because it's got just open tag. It hasn't got close tag, as you can see. So that's why it's called self-closing tag. If you have a look on the left side on this web page, you can notice that we don't have any image on this web page yet by using only this self-closing tag img. In order to insert images on a web page, you must use this attribute src, which comes from source. Otherwise, you can't insert images on your web page. But before I'm going to use this src attribute, I have to create a folder inside the folder where I've got my file, where I've got this image.html file. It is about this folder, web development, and this image.html file actually is placed inside this subfolder 1.html, which is part of this folder, web development. And here inside this folder, I'm going to create another folder with right click, new folder, and I'm going to name it images. And now if you go back inside this bracket editor, you will notice my folder what was created by me before. Yeah, it is about this folder, images, which now appears here inside this bracket editor. Yeah, this moment I don't have any image inside this folder. I'm going to drag this image inside this images folder, and now if I go back here inside this bracket editor, you can notice my images. Yeah, if I give a click on it, you can visualize this image in a bracket editor. In this moment, if I go back to my image.html file, I am able to insert that image on my web page using this attribute src, which comes from source. And as a value of this attribute, I'm going to use the path which make the link to that image, which is this folder images, what I have created before, and the name of the image, which is this computer dot and this extension jpg. Yeah, and here you go. Now you can notice that the image appeared on the web page because I have used this src attribute, and as a value of this attribute, the path which leads to the image, to this image. Also, we can use some attributes which can adjust this image. For example, if you want to adjust the width, you can use this attribute width, and I'm going to write like 200 pixels. Yeah, and you have noticed that the width was adjusted already because I used this attribute width with this value 200 pixels. And if I want to adjust as well the height, I'm gonna to use this attribute height. I'm gonna to use this for example 200 as well pixels for height. As this picture looks like at this moment, it's not very clear, as you can see, and that's why this way to use width and height in HTML as attributes of this img tag, it is not the best practice to adjust a image. You'd better adjust an image in Photoshop. Yeah, you can do more tries. I'm gonna to use 150. Yeah, now the image looks better. It is not distorted like before. Yeah, but as I told you, the best practice to adjust an image, it is to use Photoshop. So this is the way to insert images on your website. You have to use this img self-closing tag together with this attribute as rc. If you want to use another attribute like width and height is optional. But as I told you, the best way to adjust an image is to use Photoshop and not to use these attributes width and height in HTML. This is all about to insert an image or images on your web page. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. I'm waiting for you to watch my other video tutorials. See you next time. Bye.